So apparently I have to play again. Huh? I ask for 2 weeks off. They don't give me nothing. Huh? Everybody else got to sit. Huh? Forsling got to sit. Barkov get a night off. Huh? Chucky, he. Let me tell you something about Chucky. He's faking it. Huh? There's nothing wrong with Chucky Pecker. He's just fine. Anyway, so I have to play tonight because we have to pretend like we don't want to lose because apparently Bizanet outed us and they'll find out we're trying to get Toronto. So, yay, we want Tampa. Ugh.
The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Hi, Panther fans. So here we go with the last full week of the NHL regular season. This upcoming weekend is the last weekend. By this time next weekend, we will be talking about playoff games. So we have the Leafs tonight, and I know that there's the whole joke out there from Bizanet about the Panthers tanking to get the Leafs. Now, no disrespect to Toronto, but goaltending alone, you'd have to be kind of silly to want Tampa over Toronto. I grasp the fact that there's no easy matchups in the playoffs. Of course, there's no easy matchups in the playoffs. But if you're going to give me my choice between going up against Vasilevsky or Stolarz, there's that. Now, we've put all of our guys back in except for Bennett, and I'm kind of irritated about that. I was so happy that we were actually going to do the right thing and just rest these guys. Now, Maurice kind of alluded to the idea that some of these guys want to get in games, so I guess I'll believe him, but I don't... Yeah. Sounds to me like maybe Maurice got a call from the league who said, hey, you got to stop just like sending everybody off the ice when you play the Leafs because we don't want anybody getting the idea that you're trying to tank to manipulate who you're going to play in the playoffs. So, with all that said, Barkov is back in, Reinhart is back in, Forsling is back in, Bennett will not be back in until the beginning of the playoffs. Kulikov will play one of the final 2 games on that back-to-back, and Sturm might be in as early as the next game. Just everybody stay healthy. I don't care if you coast throughout the game. I don't just stay healthy. That's all that matters at this point. Don't do anything stupid like go on a run and think that you're going to win first place. I know the possibility of getting home ice against Tampa is still there, but I'm not exactly excited about the prospect of Tampa thinking about getting revenge on us in the first round, considering they've been knocked out in the first round a couple years straight, and that's probably got them pretty pissed off. So, I'm not going to bitch if we win. I'm not going to be sad if we lose. Everybody said in Super Chats, baby needs new shoes. So it's 1-0, Panthers after 1. So we're playing the Lightning in the playoffs. They're not falling for it. The Leafs they didn't show up so far. They don't want nothing to do with us in the first round. Ottawa is losing their game to Columbus, so they're not going to fall for the Tampa Bay trap. So we're going to play the Lightning. So now we got to win some games and try to get second place and at least get home ice. The only other comment, I have 2 other comments. Forsling, I wish he would shoot the puck more. That's a compliment. It's not a complaint. He's got a hell of a shot. And number 2, with watching Megna play on the ice, why did we ever bring up Bournefoot? Let's move on to second period. All right, so as expected, it's 1-1 after 2. You can't expect us to hold a lead. Now, it didn't hurt us, but Bubba did something again. He did the delay a game thing again, where he shoves the puck and poof, right over the glass. I don't remember him ever doing that before. It might have happened, but he's done that twice this year. Can't do that during the playoffs, Bubba. Right? Can't have that. Other than that, that period went just about as you would expect. Toronto picked up the pace a little bit. Marchand had a breakaway on a shorthanded chance, and just like he did against Bubba, he just couldn't quite put the puck in the back of the net. So we're tied at 1. I don't want overtime. You don't want overtime. I don't want overtime. Nobody wants overtime. Maybe the people that paid for tickets want overtime. All right. 1, 2, 3, 2 points. And good job, Panthers. Good job screwing up the tank. So nobody was cooperating with the tank. So now, Ottawa lost. They were getting their asses kicked, so they're not passing us. So now we're 4 points behind Toronto, but they got a game in hand. We're not catching Toronto. Now, Tampa will have a chance now because they play Toronto tomorrow. So that could make that possibility. Maybe Tampa wins the division and we still end up playing Toronto in the first round. Don't know, but we obviously are not tanking to get Toronto on purpose. It don't look like it's going to work out anyway because Ottawa blew their chance to leapfrog us or at least keep pace. And Carter Verhaeghe. Now, if you were watching close enough, yes, he got the empty net. If you were watching close enough, though, the last little bit of bad luck that he had, Barkov and him were getting ready to go down the ice, and it would have been an empty net for Verhaeghe, and Barkov went to pass the puck to him, and Verhaeghe just fell. He just fell. He couldn't even skate. And so finally we ended up with back, and I think it was Marchand had a shot. And then I can think the rebound went back to Barkov, who got it over to Verhaeghe, or something like that. And poor Marner is standing there in the goal, playing goalie. And Verhaeghe shoots one at the net. And Marner's like he's like, what the hell am I doing in the net? I don't have any pads on. And so we get the 2 points. And for those of you who pay attention on this channel, this is the first time we've won a game while I've been wearing this red jersey in a long time. Like, I'm talking years of a long time. This jersey has just been the bad juju for a long time, which is why I haven't been wearing it. But I figured tonight, we lost 5 in a row. We're tanking. What could have hurt? What could have hurt? And so now we win the game, and now I got to wear it until we lose. So what do we see on the ice? Barkov took a nasty spill along the boards. Now he said he was okay. He was smiling and laughing about it on the bench. That's nice. Just I guess now, since we need to win games, maybe we try to get second place. I guess we can't go back to tanking. Because if we're going to play Tampa, the least we could do is maybe win second place. I don't know what to think anymore. So Barkov is fine. Reinhart looks like he could still use a couple of nights off. He looked fine. He looked good. But dude has played a lot of hockey. So maybe he could sit for a couple of games, right? At least take one of those back-to-backs off. So the second line, now the way I'm seeing it, oh, by the way, Kevin Weeks on ESPN said before the game that what he was told was that barring any setbacks, Matthew Kachchuck will be on the ice game 1 of the playoffs. So the way I'm seeing this be lined out is Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe, Bennett, Kachchuck, Samoskevich, Lundell, Lusterwein, and Marchand, who that line is developing some chemistry out there. It's forcing Lusterwein to skate, which is good. No disrespect to Lusterwein, but he's so focused on defense that now with Marchand out there pushing the play, it forces him and Lundell to actually skate a little bit more. And look at, wouldn't you know it, Lusterwein got a goal. So I like that line. I think it's the perfect combination for Lundell Lusterwein to have a guy like Marchand on their wing, and it'll keep Marchand's minutes to a manageable amount so that you're not playing him too many minutes, obviously, since he's about 60 years old. And then, of course, your fourth line. Now, the fourth line, I don't know what we'll do come playoff time. Because, remember, I haven't even mentioned Boquist or Rodriguez, so I'm thinking Stern with Rodriguez and Greer, and you'd have Boquist and Nosek be the odd guys out, but you might see those guys rotate a little bit anyway. Now, defensively, I think we would all probably agree. I would think maybe at this point that for the 2 games that Ekblad is out, I would like to see Megna on the ice instead of Balinskis. I don't think it's close. Now, I understand that you got to keep guys at the Charlotte level and all of that, but watching Megna play, like, certainly we should have never even been putzing around with Bournefoot, and Megna looks more solid than Balinskis. He's a good hockey player. He's not going to tear the world on fire, and I know he's 32, so it's not like a guy that we're trying to develop, but that's the veteran defenseman that I wanted at the deadline. Somebody like him that can come in, make some good plays, don't do anything stupid, blocking shots, big guy, perfect. So leave him in until Eggplant comes back. Other than that, it was a good night. It was. Boy, Samoskevich is one feisty son of a bitch, isn't he? I don't know. Somebody got him and hit him somewhere. I forget how it went. But then, well after the whistle, he flies into the crease and just boom, just knocks into a guy. That is going to be a nasty line. I know people wanted Bennett and Marchand and Kachchuck. Telling you, Samoskevich is no chicken head. All right. That dude, the more that he learns from playing with Bennett and Kachchuck, the better off we're going to be. Now, speaking of Kachchuck, Chicken Chuck. Now, he's not hardcore practicing yet. Okay. Now, they're saying that he should be ready, barring any setback, ready for Game 1 in the playoffs. Now, I don't know about you. And, of course, the Panthers are my team, so I'm not about to start any kind of controversy, but I might. Without Kachuk hardcore practicing and them saying he's going to be ready for Game 1 of the playoffs, how hurt was he? How hurt was Kachuk really if he's just going to start from, like, he's not practicing with the team today, which is the 7th. We might play hockey in the playoffs on the 19th. That's 12 days away. You mean to tell me he's been that busted up in the groin area to the point where he's not even practicing with the team now, and in 12 days he's going to be ready for playoff hockey? I'm not so sure how hurt he was, which is fine. Maybe that was the plan all the way along, was to give him some rest after the 4 Nations, and I'm sure he did something because he wasn't on the ice in the championship game. But something tells me that he might be just fine for a little while now, because it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense that the dude's going to go from I can't quite skate that hard because my groin hurts to playoff hockey in 12 days. Or, as an alternative, we did throw his ass out there with a broken sternum, so there's that. So I don't know. But it just kind of feels to me like they've been saying what they needed to say. Oh, look, Chucky's out there. He can only touch pucks. He can't do anything else. He's on LTIR. He can only touch, you know what I mean? Like, it seems like maybe we made it look a certain way so that, right? I mean, for all we know, they knew Ekblad was going to be suspended, so they went to Kachuk and said, we need to go get Jones, so we're going to have to put you on LTIR to pay for him because Ekblad's going to get suspended. So, I don't know. I'll put the tinfoil hat on with Bissonnette. Other than that, now if you're Toronto, you could have had a chance to clinch home ice in the first round, because if they would have won tonight, they couldn't do any worse than second place. Now, the Panthers aren't winning the division unless Toronto just completely tanks. Tomorrow night, we will be covering Tampa and Toronto. So, at this point, I don't know. At this point, I'd like the best chance for the Panthers to play Toronto is if Tampa wins the division. So if Tampa can beat Toronto in regulation tomorrow, okay. Now, wouldn't this be interesting? Don't forget, Panthers played Tampa our last game of the season. So what if we beat Tampa, they finish in second place, and then we play Tampa. But if we lose that game, they win the division and we get Toronto. How about them cookies? It could be, there's so many wild possibilities for that last game. The only problem with that is I don't trust Paul Maurice to do the wrong thing, right? If it's Tampa versus Florida in that last game, and both teams would be better off losing, I trust John Cooper to tell his guys, maybe we shouldn't win, huh? I trust Cooper to do that. And I trust Maurice to be like, for the integrity of the game, we're going to make sure we go out there and win because we don't care who we play. Dumbass. Anyway, he's won a cup, so he's going to do it the way he's going to do it. All right, so we get 2 points. We'll take it. We'll take it. That's fine. Like I said, I wasn't going to complain. Last thing, I'm going to leave a link in the description of the videos. I'll start mentioning it a little bit more. Me and my buddy Paul from the locker room started a whole nother channel. It's called Puck Blockers. Our first podcast was out today. Just a nice, easy NHL podcast. We're going to have guests on. Nick from Twisted Wrister is going to join us. We're going to have Low Quality on when he gets a chance to join us. So the name of the channel is called Puck Blockers. Links are in the description. 2 points. I shall see you mañana at noon.